Let's watch Francis Ngannou's documentary, bro. How this man moved from Cameroon to France to America to become the UFC heavyweight champion. He left from nothing. Poor man in a sand mine. He left from a village of nothing. Then he became the UFC champion. When you watch this video, you understand why he's so important in Africa when it comes to sports or combat or fighting. His story is very significant. So watch this shit.
Viewer discretion advised.
How does a 10-year-old sand miner from Africa become the scariest man on the planet?
Pendant la grossesse, il était toujours agité dans le ventre si bien que je ne
That's his
parvenais même
mother.
pas à dormir. Mais pour bagarrer, non. Il ne bagarrait jamais.
My dad didn't have a good reputation.
Was your dad a fighter?
Not like a professional fighter, but he was violent, fighting, beating my mom up, beating us up, and that's even how they get divorced. I was able to see the fear in the eye of my mom. One of my goals was to take that fear out of her.
Et il ne voulait jamais voir quelqu'un en train de taper sur l'eau.
Then we started to live in different family. I never feel as I belong to some family anymore.
And from that moment, I knew something. I don't want to become like my dad. I always feel like I miss my childhood.
Batie, Cameroon. This is where it's from. It's my country though. You got to keep up. We're big.
Like, I was subject of shame to other kids. I'm gonna go to school and didn't have a pen to take note or a notebook to write on it. Sometimes no shoes or clothes.
And you couldn't tell them, we can't afford it. You didn't want to say it?
They knew, but what can they do?
Francis gets kicked out of school because he can't afford the supplies. From the age of only 10 years old, he starts working in a sand mine.
One of the things that I read about you was that you worked in a sand mine when you were young.
I was about 10 years old when I started that because
Quand Francis était à la carrière, c'est quand il revenait qu'on pouvait même payer quelque chose ici à la maison.
In this open cast mine,
You
hundreds
hear
of
that?
artisanal
So
miners are
only when he left, when he's done with work at the sand mine, when he comes home, that's when the family can eat. Because that's the only time they'll get to see money. He became like the father of the whole house. Man, and he started at the age of 10. Do you know what it means for a 10-year-old to start being like making sure a family eats? You know, it's heavy to say as a 10-year-old you're not going to school, you decide to go start looking for money. Come on, man. This guy's journey is very inspirational.
working in waters soiled by mercury without any protection. Among them, dozens of children, including girls, sometimes younger than 5.
even though that work was meant for adults, but we didn't have any option, so we take what we had.
Growing up doing something like that, first of all, it had to be very difficult. Like
Very
digging
difficult.
sand.
Yeah.
It's also, your body must develop very strong from doing something like that. At 10 years old, like as you're growing, as you're maturing, doing something that's that difficult, I mean, it must have made you really fucking
This explains
strong.
why he got this
although he
and
does
this
his
part.
best to support his
Very,
mother,
very strong.
Francis is secretly hoping that a savior is going to come and rescue him.
I was always expecting somebody to come there and do something. I grew up with this expectation for many, many years, but it was clear that nobody is coming for me anymore.
But something else happened instead, when somebody showed him a YouTube clip of Mike Tyson.
That was like my motivation to watch Mike Tyson on YouTube, because that's when I never watched a fight live, because I grew up in Africa and I didn't have a damn TV, nothing like that, you know. And I was watching it, I'm like, damn, I can do this.
No, you did what you don't know what you did. Know what you did? You, your words were your destiny. You spoke out your reality. when you said, I'm gonna do that. That's what happened to me. I was locked up in a juvenile detention center, and I was like, what, 12 or 11, I was locked up in a juvenile detention. And we watched the movie The Greatest, and it was cool. And as soon as the lights came on, Muhammad Ali came in. And as soon as he came in, everybody lost. I mean, the staff, the guards, the police, everybody lost. And that was...
The power of affirmation, man. When you say something out, you're giving it life. Say something out. Say it out. That thing that's in your head that you want to do, keep saying it. And then walk towards it. Keep saying it. That you're affirming, you're bringing it to existence. Say it. See, Francis sees Tyson fighting and he'll be like, I want to fight like that. And that's it.
I want to be like him.
Tyson is so smart.
I didn't know I was going to do it, but I said, I want to be like him.
The personality of a person, the ways of a person, the thoughts, the deeds, the actions, it's all based around his heart. For what is a man? A man is his heart.
I was a dreamer. I was very ambitious. People around thought I was going crazy. Like, what the hell? You are not for that class of life. You have to be like a farmer, like your dad, and you can't do it. I'm like, why? Why I can't do it? Who says it can change?
Regardless to man's title, regardless to man's wealth, rank, or position, if the heart is not great, then he cannot be great.
What the fuck is that? Who told you it's possible for you? Look at you. Look at where you came from.
But if the heart is great, that man remains great under all circumstances, rich or poor, large or small. So does the heart that makes one large or small.
I just have to change the situation. I just have to be something else. I believe that I can make my own destiny.
I told you, I'm the real champion. I told you, I'm the champion of the world.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
Woo! When Tyson says that shit, that thing gives you chills. Like, Tyson is so good when it comes to like praising himself or trying to tell you who he is. It's Tyson in his prime. Prime Tyson is the best heavyweight boxer ever. Nobody's touching that. Nobody. I'm going to be the best boxer ever. It's Prime Tyson.
All of you suckers foul.
Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston.
Come on.
I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from there.
Come on.
There's no one that can match me.
From this moment on, to recognize me as the scholar of boxing.
Come on,
My style
man.
is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart.
All of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
So why don't I be the guy coming for myself? A miracle won't happen right now. You have to take action.
20 years ago today, my dad passed away after being sick for a very long time. He couldn't afford to go to the hospital. I was looking at my mom and asked myself, if she ever got sick, what would I do? At that point, I knew I had to do something to at least be able to provide her decent health care.
Before I left Cameroon, I went to see my mom. She didn't know why I was there for that long, but I was there because that was my last time before I leave. Then I'm like staring at my mom sometime, like maybe this might be the last time that I'm seeing her, but I have to do this. That's when I decided to leave.
But if you're in Cameroon, you just can't go to Europe by taking the front door.
You know,
So
I have to use all the back doors.
And in the case of Francis, the first step is nothing less than crossing the biggest and most treacherous desert on earth.
Damn, you see, this is Cameroon right here. So you gotta leave Cameroon, go to Nigeria, Nigeria to Niger, Niger to Algeria, Algeria to Morocco. From Morocco now, you can see Spain, okay? Like you can stand in Morocco and you see Spain and you can cross. If you can cross and get into Spain.
Earth.
Sahara is one of
Sahara Desert, yeah.
the Sahara Desert, and it's like one of the biggest over there. They just bring a small truck and put your baggage in it. You know, like Toyota Tacoma? Yes, it's gonna be like 25 of you guys in the back.
25 people in a Toyota Tacoma.
Yeah, plus your luggage. So
Wow.
you are not allowed for a lot of luggage. Even water, you don't allowed for a certain quantity of water because it takes space. Oof. And you are going to the desert and you have to grab the truck so hard
so you get cramp. And then, but when you get cramp, you can't let him go, because if you let him go, you fall, and that's it. They won't stop. Let him go is like letting your life go. You know, it's over if I let him go. There is not second chance. I remember there was a girl with a baby. She couldn't do it anymore. She just wanted to throw a baby away.
Oh my
like
God.
This how hard it was. Like she
Yeah.
couldn't do it, and you can't.
I heard stories, people that try to travel, you know, using all these shortcuts. Move from, like, let's say you want to go to America and start moving from country to country, like Cameroon to Nigeria, Nigeria to Ghana, Ghana to this, Morocco, then Spain. You start looking for until you get your destination. Or people who try to move and then get to like Mexico and then say, okay, I'm in Mexico now, and then it's not easy. Okay, the desert and the ocean you're crossing and the jungle sometimes, it's not easy. People have lost their kids, siblings, maybe in the desert or in the ocean. They just fall and it's game over. You can't do nothing about it.
The guy just keep holding the baby. They take the baby from her. Like,
we can hear the agonizing wails of another woman and go to speak to her.
I heard you crying. I want to see my baby.
Her name is Olabisi. 2 of her 4 children, it seems, were on another truck. They are the older ones, ages just 9 and 11.
That's my kid. I went to death.
And they have to hide from like radars, because sometimes they are like helicopter flying up there looking, checking if there's something going on, because they know that there is a lot of traffic there. Not only immigrant, but only like guns and drugs and everything, so they always flying there. You have to be lucky so the car don't break up in the middle of the trip, because if the car break up in the middle of the trip, most of the time it's over.
What happens then?
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
You guys might just die.
The migrants have been stranded here for 3 days after their truck broke down. There are about 30 in all, left to die.
At the daytime,
That's
like
crazy, bro.
50 degrees.
I have a friend that tried to use this method to go to the US, and I told him I can't even risk my life like that. It's crazy. I don't have anything in me that will push me to go that length, to go through that just because I want to travel and go from greener pastures somewhere.
To like maybe 20 degrees. It's crazy. You're gonna cross a mafia and all those people across the road. You're gonna get robbed, every kind of shit. So you better don't have all your money on you. If you don't get killed, or if you don't kill yourself by taking some risk.
One of the women starts praying under her breath.
Jesus.
A single sentence, over and over.
Even before the middle of the trip, the water is finished. Nobody has water anymore.
Oof.
And these people, they don't give a shit. They just want to drive from this point to this point. So you get dehydrated at the point that you're not sweating anymore. Is it like oil on your face? At some point, we have like a dump of sand. So you have to rub your face and everything, because the sun is just like...
Yeah, the dust, the waves, like tornadoes.
And we found a water well, and it was so dirty, with dead animal in it, bird, everything. If I don't drink this water, I'm not lasting long.
So you drank it.
So you drink it. You kind of like take the water, put it in the bottle, leave your shirt, and use your shirt as a filter. Drink the water. That's where you kind of like start to understand what you put yourself into. It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
So here's the good news. I didn't know that, but there's actually 2 Spanish territories in Morocco. That means you don't actually need to cross to Spain to get to Spain. You just need to get inside those cities. And to do so, you actually need to climb the fence that surrounds the cities or to swim from shore to shore. But that's easier said than done.
Sometimes we live in the forest, hiding for the cops, trying to cross the border to go to Spain.
Before and in between attempts to cross over, migrants or groups in the forest surrounding those
Even
cities
right now,
where they face an
there are
entirely-
people still there. Like there are a lot of people in Morocco trying to get to Spain. I know someone that was in Libya too. He didn't work out. He'd been there for years. Now he came back to Cameroon. This is a very risky journey to take, especially if you're people who are in Libya. I think they're heading to the US. It's not the same thing as people who are in Morocco. They're trying to get into Spain. And then from Spain you can move to whatever, once you stay there and get documented or something. But people that are in Libya, their target is, I think, Mexico. That's where they're targeting. But it's not easy. Right now that Trump is on power, if you're going to take this journey, your probability of making it, is very low. Very, very low.
different kind of reality.
Get cold all the time, no clothes, no food.
The cops raid the forest on a weekly basis. They steal your money, vandalize your stuff, and are physically abusive to men and women.
But when they take your money, they don't care about all those. They just want to take whatever they can take.
So you had to swallow your money?
Yeah, you swallow your money.
And then find it later.
Find it later. You had to.
Right, I get
like,
it.
at this point, it's a matter of surviving.
And it was.
Did you have food?
No, sometimes we eat. Sometimes we have to go
find food in the trash, sometimes arguing with rat in the trash, like, hey, get away of these tomatoes. It's mine.
Man.
These rotten tomatoes is mine, not yours, Go back in the forest, figure out how to cook that in the aluminum bucket or something.
The first way to get to the city is by climbing over the 11 miles fence that surrounds it. But calling it a fence is an oversimplification. It's a series of fences. The first one is 20 foot high. The second one has a flexible top, leading you straight into the barbed wire netting sitting at the bottom of it. The third fence is the highest yet, with more barbed wire waiting for you, along with the civil guard, standing before a 2x4 meters ditch leading to a double fence topped with more barbed wires. So let me ask you, what would you go for? Fence or water? Francis chose the fence.
About 11 miles of fence will protect the island. It's small. I went to the fence, look at the fence like this. Man, the barbed wire was just on it like this. There's my life behind them, my future.
Right.
Man, I'm taking my chance.
See what happens? See what happens? It's people trying to cross. You see, they get chased, some get shot, some get caught. See that? Time to cross. This is the fence. The good thing is when there's a lot of people crossing, you're very sure a lot of them will make it. A lot of them will make it. You're very sure of that.
First time I get caught, very caught. I was bleeding all over my hands, my feet, because I fell into it. I can't stay there. If those guys caught me there, they're probably gonna kill me.
These are people who made it. People who made it. See how happy they are?
How long were you in Morocco for?
1 year.
1 year?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because every time that you attend, if you fail, they're gonna bring you back in the south, in the desert, and throw you guys there.
Disorientated and dehydrated, these migrants have just been deported. The nearest village is a 15-kilometer walk in the Sahara Desert, and they have no food or water.
So when you fail, you gotta go through the same cycle over and over again.
Deported. Is that forest? First deported. Is that forest? First deported. Come on, man. That's one hell of a cycle. Imagine you got to do that, like 7 times before you even make it once. People are fortunate to just do it once and it happens for them.
And sometimes, instead of like thinking of going back to the fence, you're like, okay, let me go try in the water.
This young man's dream of a better life in Europe ended before it began. his body washed up on the shores of Ceuta, a Spanish enclave on Morocco's Mediterranean
Water is way more dangerous because when you fall in the middle, you're gone.
Just a small one, the one that they use in the swimming pool. I count the wave like 1, 2, 3, because most of the time it's like 3 waves. And the third one would be the biggest one. The first one came, it was still okay. Second one, as much as we're going in the water, it get deeper and deeper. Then the third wave came, that was like something that you see in the movie.
No, just
And
smashed you.
we fell in the water, no paddle. I hold my boat, I'm like,
Look at this. Just imagine what can happen to these people, bro.
with our
See? Imagine a big wave come. Almost everybody is going down. Look. And this place is deep. It's not even... this place is deep right here. And kids, grandmas, and... no. I'm not going to be... It's not going to be me. Fuck no.
Patreon and get credited as a producer on everything I do. Check out the link in the description if you want to join my team and make some amazing films. Let's keep going.
Paris.
After considering going to England and Germany, Francis finally settles on France.
I just wanted a place with opportunity. France seems to have that opportunity.
The very next day he arrives, Francis steps into a boxing gym.
I told him, like, listen, man, I just came here. I don't have money. I don't have nothing. But the only thing that I want is some place to keep training because I'm going to become a world champion.
Rapidement, j'ai compris qu'il y avait une précarité dans sa vie.
He finds a parking lot to sleep in and fully commits to training.
I was very happy at that time because even though I was sleeping in the parking lot, I was somewhere that I would have my fair share if I work hard.
And it doesn't take long before he's pushed into MMA instead of boxing.
So if you need the faster income to help you get out in your situation, you have to do MMA. Then I'm like, what's MMA?
Like, what is jiu-jitsu? Started explaining me everything. I'm like,
yeah, people don't know Francis started MMA very late, around like 26. There are people at 26 that are already champions in 2 divisions. At 26, that's when he started. So he actually learned MMA while in MMA as a professional fighter. If Francis had trained MMA before getting into MMA seriously, I don't think he would, because he has some losses that really, you could tell that he learned from them, because the first time Stipe beat him, and then the second time, the way he fought Stipe, it was like a whole new different Francis. So yeah, he learned why he was ready in MMA.
please, leave me alone with your MMA.
Je me souviens pas d'avoir rencontré un mec aussi fort de manière oui. Ah oui. Oh. Oh. God damn it. Laisse-moi, j'aime bien.
When was your first pro fight?
It was 4 months after
You started?
I started.
Wow.
Damn. You see the way he fights with power. When he started, it wasn't skills, it was power. The man was hungry, and he was willing to just knock someone's head off. Like, see the way he's swinging? See that?
So I won my first fight. Submission. Like,
You won by submission?
yeah. It
What
was
did you
like,
use?
I don't know. There is not a name for that. Like,
Oh, this is what he did. He said there is no name for that. Yes, I swear. But yeah, so people can figure it out. The jiu-jitsu kings can figure it out. Yeah. Ooh. That was hard to watch. See that punch power? I didn't know Francis had this many submissions. Really? He entered in December 2015. That's when he got to the UFC against Luis Henrique. Jeez. KO. Holy shit. Nah, I should not pause here. Doctor stoppage. Bro. Holy crap. And then he got to fight the big guys. I think he lost to some of them. Francis was still learning this thing while he was fighting already. Hi. The punches were too hard. TKO. Anthony Hamilton. Oh hell nah. Kimura. Ah. Oh. TKO. This is the toughest. I think this is his best. The most mean uppercut ever was for this guy. For this match. He tried to wrestle. Francis said no. Ah, boy. That was, oh, cut his blades too. Come on, man. Ken Velasquez. Ah, yeah. Junior Dos Santos. He was climbing the rank at this time. This time Francis was climbing the ranks. Oh, this is the one Mike Tyson said this is favorite KO. What's his name? Jairzinho Rosenstruck. Jairzinho Rosenstruck. No wonder Francis struggled to call the name in that interview. 1, 2, 3.
Only one man remains and stands between Francis and his dream. The greatest heavyweight of all time.
Stipe Miocic.
When you went into the Stipe fight, the first Stipe fight, how did you expect the fight to end? What did you think was going to happen?
I don't know.
You didn't know?
Yeah. All the way through that fight, nothing was right. Even
all the way in training?
Yeah. Even how I approached the fight.
Stipe won, unanimous decision.
In 2018, after I lost against Stipe, man, I went back. I felt like shit. Couldn't sleep. Even when I went to sleep, I didn't want sun to rise the next day. I felt like I want the night just last forever. You know, couldn't look at myself. Feel very bad at that moment. I just took my phone and then went online, booked a first plane for Cameroon. And guess what? When I went in Cameroon, the welcome that I had there, man, like, it was crazy. They were so excited, so happy, so proud.
I love that.
And at some point, I was still like feeling bad about myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, there was just like, hey, champ, welcome. And everybody was going crazy, even Graham.
Now, of course, come on, man. Come on, man. How many do we have from Cameroon this big? There's someone else now in the UFC, but Francis is the biggest UFC fighter, combat fighter ever from Cameroon. So of course they gotta give you your spot, bro. It doesn't matter whether you lose to, and Stipe was the champion at the time. Stipe is still the greatest heavyweight. You know, it can be between Stipe and Daniel Cormier, yeah, DC. Those two. It's not John Jones, because John Jones doesn't have a lot of heavyweight fights, but you can call John Jones the overall GOAT. I get that.
Grammars who doesn't know anything about fighting, and now I'm like, listen, guy, I think you might get something wrong here. I lost. I didn't win that fight. I'm like, we don't care. You won everything. Like
Francis, pour nous, c'est une légende, c'est un monument. Donc tout ce qu'il fait en Europe, aux États-Unis, c'est gravé dans notre mémoire.
We never had somebody there. We never even expect somebody from us. We get there and you make it there. You represent us. You make us prize. Obviously, it didn't go your way, but you're still young and this.
Il a grandi ici et je suis là présentement. Je vais toujours l'accueillir ici.
Funny thing is, he beat Stipe the second time.
That's the place that allowed me to understand like how far I came, you know.
Do you think it's your destiny? Do you think it's your birthright, your destiny to
My
be?
friend, you have to make your destiny.
Dude got long arms, bro. Long arms. His reach is insane. Come on, Francis. Wait, they didn't show how he beat Stipe?
What memories stand out of your childhood in West Africa?
The memory from my childhood in Africa, He wasn't the best, but I couldn't make it.
Oh, they did not show how he beat him, but he beat Skip it, bro.
The future doesn't make sense.
Became champion.
The past.
Oh, they showed it. This is it.
A man is his heart.
Cameroon went crazy. Cameroon went, look at how people were watching the match outside with canopy. See the population. People were drinking and they do. Oh my goodness, man. His journey is insane. Came back to Cameroon with a belt, went crazy. Come on, let's not. What? The night that ended Islam Makacha's career? Are you mad? No, ain't nothing ending that man's career. Don't play like that, bro. Come on, man. This documentary, it can bring tears. Just can just. Whew, that was a good. I think there's an actual documentary on Netflix about Francis, if I'm not wrong. I think he was still making it, or he'd made it already. And this man has got a lot of opportunities, man. He's been in movies, big movies. He was in Fast and Furious 7 or 8, something. I think he's been blessed. And now he's out of. He left the UFC, moved to PFL. He had just one fight there. Became the heavyweight champion over there. Left PFL, went to boxing, beat Tyson Fury, but they didn't give it to him. Lost to Anthony Joshua. Made more money from 2 boxing fights than he ever did his whole career. And now he's with Netflix. He's about to fight very soon in Netflix. What's the other guy he's fighting? I forgot. And it's already in millions now. UFC were paying him. They were paying him crowns, but that's where he built his career. You know, his resume. And God, this is a good documentary. I want you to let me know what you think about this. This is a cool video. Original link will be in the description. Thank you for watching. Peace. We Cameroon, we represent. From Cameroon too, those who don't know, you know. Shout out to Francis Ngannou, the Predator.